I really love the energy of Bangkok. How crazy it is, full of people. But it's also really nice to get away. So that's what we did. We hired a car and a driver who was kind enough to move his spare tire from the trunk to the front seat so we could stow our bikes in the back. Once clear of the construction on the freeway, you're mostly passing through marshes, small towns, and a blue million salt farms where seawater is evaporated to make salt. For beaches, most people head to places like Pattaya, Hua Hin, or even farther to places like Phuket, which is fine by us because they're not overcrowding one of our favorite places to bug out. Had Chaosamran, a great, super chill beach town with absolutely zero of the hustle, crowds, or general funkery of a Pattaya or a Phuket. We stayed at the Seaman Resort, and no, we didn't ask them to comp us. It's a great place, even if the name would make schoolboys giggle. I mean, who doesn't, right? After a quick chill by the pool, we walked along the beach into town to stock up at the local 7-Eleven, where it was standing room only. And once we got a snack, we just had to pay homage to one of our favorite YouTube guilty pleasures. Report of the Week Food Review. With apologies to Review Bra, let's take it from the top. All right, so the best thing about 7 is what you can get. Toasty is pretty good.
Taste.
The toasty is really awesome. But against my better judgment, I got the pork burger with steak, ham, and cheese, easy taste brand.
Sounded like you said pork burger.
It kind of feels like it might be a pork burger, but let's give it a roll.
This is the way to go.
That
Those
is
cheese, they grill it for you on a panini.
100% the way to go. Welcome back to the channel. This is the new drop by the 7. It's a pork burger, and I'm gonna try it. I'm getting a flavor of salt, maybe some ham. I'm not getting much burger flavor. I think the better way to go is the toasty. Can I have a bite of that? Yeah. Yeah. Back down the beach to our hotel so we could head out early the next morning and catch the sunrise. Because why not? We're about 2 hours out of Bangkok, south, on the upper left-hand side of the Sea of Chaosamran is a kind of a chill area. It's not quite like a Pattaya, so it's a little bit more relaxed. It actually turns out to be New Year's Eve today, so it's kind of crowded, but crowded here doesn't mean crowded. I'm not sure what kind of bicycling they have here, but we're going to find out. So we rolled out the bikes, unfolded them, and set off. So through this area of Chaosamran, there's only one main road, so we're going to be sticking to that for a while. And then peeling off to go find a jetty up ahead. And then there's a sand spit farther up. I don't know that we'll get that far today, but let's take a look at what it's like. Sightseeing in Thailand almost always means Buddhist temples, and Chaosamran is no exception. The town traces its history back to the Ayutthaya Kingdom, when the region served as a hub for trade and marine activities. In fact, about 40 kilometers away in Phetchaburi, the king built a hilltop palace as a royal residence, and you can still visit it today. Chaosamran may be a tourist town, but it's also a maritime community. And the jetty north of town protects the entrance to the river that is the main thoroughfare for boats. Here, the channel is deeper to allow fishing boats to easily get in and out of the river that snakes its way south, and ultimately connects to a series of canals to provide water for salt harvesting. So yeah, we want to be right over there. but you can't get there from here, so we gotta go all the way back around to there. Unless you want to go swimming. The river through town is a safe harbor for all kinds of working boats, and it's really cool that they're all painted so colorfully. And like many places around here, it's super serene. It's an amazing morning. It's only 10 o'clock, but still, it's a beautiful weather. It's nice and cool. By cool, that probably means 82 to 85, which is super nice. This is the cooler time of the year. It's nice to not be sweating my tail off like most of the time. I think that's us. It's a pretty heavy-duty road for some reason. Well, I'm going to pretend that that's there for scooters, not for bicycles. We couldn't figure out what's up with this ghost hotel. Clearly, someone spent a lot of money to build it, and the government put up quite the road leading to it. Now it just seems abandoned, with the parking lot underwater and the pier falling into the river in places. Still, it's a great quiet getaway that feels like you're miles from anywhere. So this is the end of the line for this particular route. So close, but so far away. So we decided we did not want to go swimming, so it's all about backtracking at this point and figure out what we'll do next. This pier really is an amazing piece of aspirational construction. Looking at the satellite maps, it was built to go nearly all the way out to the spit at the end of this corner of land. More than 1.5 kilometers. But of course, now there is that big gap in the middle, making it more of an oddity than anything else. Well, in for a dime, in for a dollar, right? Like the ghost hotel, no idea what the story is behind this excavator. But clearly it's abandoned. It looks like one of the treads came off and it couldn't be moved, so the ocean has taken it back at high tide. I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't been salvaged in some way, because it's not common to see things like this wasting away here. I can only imagine, though, how much the kids love to play on it. With our jaunt to the north finished, we headed back into town, but not before one last detour. One that, for reasons I don't really understand, I was super excited about.
So for some crazy reason, I'm kind of fascinated by these salt evaporation ponds. So I'm gonna go ride to where I've seen some in the satellite imagery and check them out. I mean, I know they're just sort of like giant mud puddles filled with brackish water and eventually turn white. But I am so excited because I might find one that's white. Okay, so here's one. Pretty exciting stuff, huh? It is for the dogs anyway. What no one told me is that these things kind of stink. Boy, imagine being the guy who gets to drive that cart, huh? I have no idea why I'm so fascinated by these flat-ass mud puddles.
Then I saw it, a shimmering pool of hardened salt glowing in the sun. There it was, in all its glory. Looking at it reminded me of a mini Bonneville salt flats. My life was complete. The salt farming itself is about as simple as it can be, though it does require a bit of work. Flat land, salt water from the ocean, and pools of slightly different levels allow the salt farmers to continually raise the salinity of the brine until it hardens into a crust that is harvested, rinsed, bagged, and sold. With that, there was nothing left to do but head back to Seaman and cool off by the pool, then head out for a frosty beverage. Cookie came up with this one. Sing beer, ice, you gotta have ice in your beer in Thailand. Don't be a snob. And a splash of orange Fanta. Behold the Fanta-Singha. You're welcome. So there you have it, a quick look at Chaosamran, one of the chillest beaches we know. There aren't a lot of farang here, but the people are friendly, the seafood is great, and it's just so relaxing that it's hard to believe you're so close to Metro Bangkok. We finished our trip by taking some time to usher in the New Year Thai style, watching some fireworks and enjoying the cool night air. There are a lot of worse places to be, for sure.